Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Spring Quarter with the Men and Masculinities program. My name is Bea, and my pronouns are they, them, and I'm so excited to be running the Masculinities group dialogue this quarter. As you might know, Adian was the previous person who was in charge of running these episodes, but he graduated, and we're so excited to see what he goes on to do. So excited to be here and excited to meet everyone. So today's episode is going to be pretty short and pretty self-explanatory. Nick will be introducing kind of a basic overview of our programming for this quarter, and then we'll also be introducing our new staff member, Tomas, who joined us last quarter, and it was replacing Christian as the Moxie student assistant for M&M. And then at the very end, I'll close out and I will talk a little bit about Manifest, our upcoming virtual gallery. So very excited, and we'll just hop right in. So first up here is Nick, and talking about some of our general programming for this quarter.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Happy Spring Quarter. Nick Village here, pronouns he, him, his, and I'm the coordinator of the Men Masculinities program. I just wanted to talk through a couple events that we're having in the month of April, and a couple things to keep an eye out. So I'm gonna show you all our fancy events calendar. So you can find this on our website, masculinities.calpoly.edu /calendar. And this is a little snapshot of our programming in April. So as you can see, we have our first episode of the Masculinities Group Dialogue that you're tuning into right now. And then that's gonna be released throughout the quarter on Tuesdays, on the 13th and the 27th in April. So those are just going to be updates on what's going on in the program. We'll talk about possibly some current events, just kind of what's top of mind for the Men and Masculinities program for that week in between those segments. Also, keep an eye out for our Men of Color Dialogue episodes that are coming along. Tomas is going to share some more about that, but those are the dates that they're going to be released on the 7th and the 21st. And then for our speaker series, that's going to be released on the 15th. So that'll be featuring a student assistant from the Pride Center, and we'll be talking about Pride Month and all the activities and programming attached to that. So that's going to be a really fun episode, so make sure to check that out. And last but not least, we want to talk about our Moxie keynote. Moxie is our Men of Color Success Initiative. And we're going to be inviting our April keynote speaker, Ashanti Branch, a Cal Poly alum who is the originator and the lead person for the Ever Forward Club, which is a nonprofit in Oakland that does some really, really incredible work for men of color in high school, looking at the high school to college pipeline and men's development. He's been in some really incredible documentaries about masculinities, The Mask You Live In, and then most recently a new documentary that we'll be advertising and promoting for the keynote. So that's going to be a really incredible conversation with Ashanti. He'll give a little bit of a keynote talking about his recent work, being a man of color at Cal Poly, and looking at the intersections of leadership, masculinities, and race and ethnicity. And then we're actually going to be following that up with a workshop that he'll be leading called Taking Off the Mask on Friday, the following day, which is a really incredible workshop that he's been honing and developing for a number of years, looking at developing vulnerability, looking at identities, and how that relates to our leadership roles and the different capacities that we have. So that's a look at our April programming. And yeah, we have a lot of fun stuff happening. The asynchronous programming is also, just to highlight that, it's these programs that are kind of highlighted or bolded in blue. And then our live events are going to be just these two at the end of the month, on the 29th and the 30th with Ashanti. So that's it for April, and we're really excited for y'all to join with us and check out our programming. And definitely feel free to reach out if you have any questions or you want to connect about any event details. So that's all I got for today. And yeah, have a happy spring quarter and hope to see you soon.
Great, so thank you to Nick for sharing that information. And then next up, we will have Tomas introduce himself and what his plans for Moxie this quarter are.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tomas Villalobos, he, him, his, and I'm the student assistant for the Men of Color Success Initiative here at Cal Poly. The Men of Color Success Initiative, or Moxie for short, supports and advances the potential of undergraduate men of color by empowering students with integral skills, community, and knowledge to foster success. Our focus is on increasing retention and graduation rates for men of color, identity exploration and holistic development through cultural affirmation and race-based communities, establishing a support network of mentors, and strengthening the sense of community among all students who self-identify as men of color. To find out more about Moxie programs, events, and involvement, please visit our website at masculinities.calpoly.edu/moxie or sign up for our monthly newsletter, which can be done through our website as well. On our website, you can find the Men of Color Dialogue, a bi-weekly discussion about race and masculinity with the members of our campus community. Our speaker series, a TED Talk style event with a 20-minute keynote from a student, faculty, or staff member, followed by a short discussion, and the Masculinities Group Dialogue, a reflective space for M&M staff members to talk about our work, identities, and all things related to healthy and inclusive masculinities. This coming fall, we plan to launch our mentorship program, where newer students will be paired with a mentor to help them adjust the academic, personal, and practical stressors of their first year at Cal Poly. This quarter, we're focusing on our Moxie keynote with Ashanti Branch in April and our Young Men of Color Summit in May, along with our usual Men of Color dialogue and speaker series. We hope to see you soon at one of our events and hope you have a wonderful day.
All right, so thank you for tuning in. So that was both Nick and Tomas. And I'll do a little bit just about Manifest. So every year, the Men and Masculinities program hosts and curates an art gallery centering around the experiences that folks have with masculinity. And so this year, of course, it'll be a virtual art gallery, and we have submissions open and submission information up on our Instagram, which is just at Men and Masculinities. So essentially there are 4 different prompts for folks to choose from. They range from kind of vague to allow for more creative expression, and then some that are more specific for folks who need more direction when creating their art. So go ahead and head to our Instagram to check out those, and we will be accepting art submissions until April 9th, which is next Friday. So if you would like to participate, make sure you get your art in by those days. And if you have any questions about any of our events, then feel free to DM us on Instagram or check out our website for other ways to contact us. And I think that's everything for today and for this episode of the Masculinities Group Dialogue. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we can't wait to see everyone again in person and starting in the fall. Have a nice day, everyone.